Hey guys, here's my 2018 Defender I've had for about a year now, and it seems like I get lots of questions on the accessories that I have on here. Recently I added my front flip windshield. Works great, especially hunting season. It keeps the cold out of your eyes, rain out of your eyes, bugs out of your eyes. With the windshield wiper, works great, especially in the winter when I'm plowing. Since we live in Wisconsin, I've got a 7-foot Western plow. I've also got the soft door kit, which I typically put on when it gets a little bit colder. But some of the accessories I have are just to compensate for other accessories that I have. Like I said, I have a 7-foot Western plow. So you can see down in here I've got the S3 springs. Originally, I had the stock springs, which aren't quite enough to hold even the Can-Am plow, so they offer the heavy-duty front spring, which I did put on. I had the heavy-duty spring on for a while, but it's still not enough to compensate for the Western plow weight, which is a little over 400 pounds. So I went with the S3 springs. Well, once you go with the S3 springs, which are quite a bit stiffer, it raises the machine about 2 inches. Then I also went with a bigger tire to make it look better and more full. Well, once you go from 12 inches to almost 15 inches in height, the Western plow doesn't quite sit right, and they only make one bracket for these machines with 2 little adjustment holes. So what I ended up doing is I had a gentleman make me a brand new drop bracket to move my plow down to the correct height so it works with the added 3 inches that I have on here. The lights on the machines aren't the best, so I've got a bright light here to compensate for that while driving. But at stock height, the plow lifts too high and it blocks your headlights and that light, so you have to end up going to roof lights so you can see where you're going in the wintertime. Going with the bigger tires, I had to get the fender flares. Since going higher you get more tippy, you have to add the wheel spacers, move the wheels out to compensate for that. So the fender flares help a lot, keep the mud from flying up on you. Move over to the back side here. I'll tell you what I've got. I've got the gear rail by Kolpin, because I still wanted to be able to see out my back window. I don't want that great big gate that they have for the back. I like being able to see my back window, since I do have the rear slider, which is really nice. But the gear rail, I've got the Stronghold gear rail. Holds 2 rifles. But what happens when you do this is the bed tilts. Now I've added probably 35 to 40 pounds at least in the gear rail right there. And what happens is that if you don't have the auto dump feature, the bed is front heavy. So now you got an extra 40 pounds there to try to tip up, which is kind of a pain in the butt. To compensate for that, I put a Battle Armor rear bumper on here. Now this serves 2 functions. Obviously you don't want to back into anything, so it kind of protects your bed and lights on the rear end plastic there. But the Battle Armor bumper is about 35 pounds. So what that does is it compensates for the weight difference from my gear rail, so my bed tilts normal again. Just a no-brainer. Otherwise you have a heavy bed to tilt, which is no fun. Then they don't have rear lights for the rear of these. I made another video on this before. I mean, you can put another set of roof lights on the back, then you're just hitting branches. You can stick stuff to stick off the side. It hits branches. I ended up putting rigid backup lights here with a switch in the cab, which fit perfect into the stock reflector location. Clean, simple, and looks good. What I just did recently, yesterday, I had a couple of Sure Grip bow mounts laying around, so I I got a 1-inch bar, about 59.5 inches, powder coated it, and got some wood brackets to fit in the bed. And now I've got a bow mount, which sits on the back. Super sturdy, doesn't move. I can pick it right up, super easy, anytime I want to remove it. Again, I'm a deer hunter, so you can see I've got my bed winch there. I made a video on that before too. Tilt the bed up, hook up your deer, drag it into the bed. You can do it all by yourself. Then this sits up just high enough. I should be able to drag a deer right under that bar, and my bow will still mount without any issues. Moving inside, I swapped out my base seats for the XMR seats. Much more comfortable. Longer rides, softer seat. It's got the side bolsters, hold you in place. Inside, since I have the roof lights, I had to add the front liner, which is a good place to have your roof mounted light switches. Got a dome light inside here, makes it easier when it's early morning or late night deer hunting, see what you're doing. And we've also got music. Gotta have some music, helps on those long rides. But anyway, I mean, this is my machine. I kind of converted it to look like an X model. I've got the XMR seats. I changed the badging here, XTX. To kind of tie it in, I've got the winch pull rope. It says XTX as well. And on the rear, I even took a front hood emblem off a Maverick, and I've got it on the rear to tie it all in. But that's my machine. Lots of accessories and accessories to compensate for other accessories. But absolutely love the machine. Best machine I've ever bought. Recently thought about snorkels on the rear. We've had some flooding in our area here in Wisconsin. Snorkels would have been nice. Not really needed. I probably won't use them that much. But it's a little more difficult to mount the snorkels with the full glass sliding rear window and the gear rail. So I'm not exactly sure how I would do that. But feel free to leave any comments, any questions. I seem to get lots of questions on the machine. That's it. I don't think of any other accessories I could add right now. I'm pretty well loaded up. But anyway, thanks for looking.